Hi, it's Pierce at Jeep Jamboree USA again. We're here with Mark Smith. The other day we posted a Facebook question online and we asked people if they wanted to ask Mark some questions. So we had 31 people submit comments and questions for Mark. So we're going to ask Mark right now the questions that came through Facebook and get some answers for you. We only selected a few, so I apologize if we didn't answer all of your questions, but we hope that you kind of enjoy the dialogue here with Mark. So the first question was by Matt White, and Matt had asked, I'd like to say it's been awesome to go on all the events at Jamborees. My question, though, really goes after, did Matt expect it to be this huge, Mark? Do you ever expect the Jamboree to be this large?
No, we didn't. We started the Jamboree as an event to help the community. Georgetown in the winter was like the old mining towns, and people, it was shut down in the winter, and they charged groceries. They're sold to the company store. So we did this to stimulate and help the economy of the area. It started out with 55 Jeeps and 150 people, and the next year it doubled, and it just kept going. We had a tiger by the tail, and it's turned out to be the largest event of its type in the world.
Yeah. Now, what about Alex asked a question about how did you get started doing this? And he has a couple of friends that want to start a little group that love the outdoors. What might you recommend to him, or how did
Well, I think the same thing. Just a small group, get out and do a few trips together, try and find land that you can do the event, and work with your local officials and community.
Okay. And Rob had asked, why does the Jamboree cost so much money? What goes into that, and why do the Jamborees cost so much? For some people, the price point can be a little sensitive.
It's a good question. It comes up often. And first of all, of course, we have the office and the overhead. Trip cost alone, over half the money goes just for food. That's why there is a selection of trips, whether all meals are furnished or just part of them. Insurance is a huge thing. It costs us close to $100,000 a year, which is required by Jeep Corporation and ourselves.
We had a number of people ask about the expedition, about, did you ever doubt that you could do it? Do they have an area they can buy these, a copy of how they'd get in touch and see this expedition, or how they'd learn more about it? Did you ever doubt that you wouldn't cross the Darien?
There was never any doubt in our mind. We made 2 exploration trips checking the thing out. When we went in, we were determined, if it took the entire dry season, which would have been 90 days, with our crew, we experienced in the equipment we had, we did it in 30 days. Now, it took the British 100 days. They had 250 men involved, Colombian Navy and Marines, lost 8 Colombian Marines in a river crossing. They had race car drivers driving Range Rovers that were not prepared for the jungle. And General Motors tried years before that with Corvairs. We ran into one of their Corvairs in the jungle. We do have in my book, Driven by a Dream, a lot of pictures of the Darien, part of my daily log, and also Jeep Corporation gambling with us that we would be successful, did make a documentary, and that is available through our office along with the book.
And over here you actually have a bridging ladder that you picked up, you found in the jungle from the British Army, right?
That is one that the British Army had.
And they tried to buy it back from you, is that correct?
Yes, they did, in Panama.
Now we had Bailey asked that, why did you choose Maine Mountains as a location for...
It's an interesting question. Dick Razor, who owned the Bethel Inn, used to be with an advertising agency that did a lot of Dick's work. He had been on the Rubicon with us. He knew we were starting this program nationwide, and he said, why don't you come to Maine? And of course he had the lodge and the facilities, and it is one of our great trips. Of course, every Saturday night our dinner is the New England Lobster Fest, which is a Maine lobster with all the trimmings.
Well, that's good. Well, thank you very much for answering some of these questions from participants. And so anyway, thank you very much. I hope that answers some of your questions. We'll probably have another question session later in the year with Mark, and we hope you enjoyed that. So thanks so much.